In Escape from Tarkov, you might feel like everything is working against you. And especially when it comes to finances, more often than not, you may seem to be finding yourself coming up a little short for the items you desire. Thankfully, Tarkov includes a barter system where you can trade one type of items for another, so if you know what to look for, you can get incredibly valuable gear for less than buying it outright, or just trade in some useless stuff you find lying around. There's a ton of barters, so I'm going to narrow down the top 15 barters in Escape from Tarkov. Keep in mind though, this list is assuming that you have all of your traders maxed. If you'd like me to make a video on different level traders or specific traders and their barters, let me know in the comments below. Alright, here we go. Number 15. 2 vodkas for an Ash 12 assault rifle from Prapor. This one earns the number 15 slot due to the fact you need to complete the quest Regulated Materials first to unlock the Ash 12 from Prapor, which is a quest a lot of players just don't bother with, especially since it's not required for the Kappa container. But if you do complete it, you can get an Ash 12 for a hilariously low price of only 2 vodkas, or roughly only 20k rubles. Number 14. 8 bear and 8 USEC Dogtags for a Remington RSASS from Peacekeeper. This one made the list as, especially in the early wipe, the RSASS can be insanely expensive and is needed for a gunsmithing quest. If it's early enough in the wipe, the RSASS can go for 1,000,000 rubles, but with only 8 dog tags from each faction, you can get one for super cheap. And nobody has to know that these dog tags came from blind hatchlings on Nighttime Factory that were just trying to plant some gunpowder in the breach room. Number 13. 1 gold Gphone and 1 CPU for Crye Airframe chops from Peacekeeper. If you're a PvP god and need Chad gear on a budget, this trade is pretty good. Later in the wipe, a set of airframe chops can get up to 160k for a piece of gear that probably won't even save your life. But for around 40 to 50k for these 2 items off the flea, you can keep telling yourself that maybe this time the chops will save you from multiple rounds of M61 to the face. Number 12. 3 3 Jack Daniels and 1 vodka for a SOPMOD M4 from Mechanic. With the booze coming in at about 120k for everything, in return you get an M4 valued at around 220 to 250k on average, or basically just doubling your money. Not only that, but this gun is a little overbuilt as is, and you can remove any one of the optics and use it on another build, saving you even more money. Number 11. 1 energy saving bulb for 1 RGD hand grenade from Prapor. This is a super simple and easy trade to do. ES bulbs are everywhere and easy to find, and you can never have too many grenades. This is a perfect early wipe way to get your hands on some boom booms. It's worth mentioning that 2 bulbs can also get you the slightly stronger F1 grenade, also from Prapor. Heading into the top 10, we now have number 10. 4 Iridium, 3 MCBs, and 3 military power filters for a REAP IR thermal scope from Mechanic. If purchased off the flea, these parts average around 550 to 600k. That's a big chunk of cash, but considering the REAP IR scopes go for 800k to 1 mil, you're saving quite a lot. The REAP IR is the closest thing you can get to cheating in Tarkov with 0 repercussions, and makes engagements at medium to long range a breeze. Mechanic also offers FLIR for a similar price reduction over buying it outright. At number 9. 9 over level 25 dog tags for a raid backpack from Prapor. In the mid to late wipe, acquiring only 9 dog tags of this level is relatively easy to do. And since it can get you the largest backpack in the game, this trade is a no-brainer. Unless the price of dog tags gets buffed, most of the dog tag trades in the game are worth it. And since this one allows you to vacuum up almost all the good loot on the map, it's an investment that will pay for itself. Not to mention that raid packs cost about 200k or more. Number 8. 4 large diaries and 3 small diaries for an intelligence folder from Peacekeeper. This one is commonly sold out, so you have to act fast after Peacekeeper refreshes. Intel folders are a highly volatile commodity on the flea market, ranging from 150k all the way up to 400k or more, depending on demand and how early in the wipe it is. Plus, you might be struggling to find Intel folders to upgrade your intelligence center, and this could be a great way to get it as the diaries can be found pretty commonly in filing cabinets. Number 7. 10 over level 30 dog tags for a Team Wendy Exfil Helmet from Peacekeeper. This is another one that's great for PvP players later in the wipe where over level 30 players are common. Nothing says I'm a Chad quite like the Exfil Helmet, but coming in at 200 rubles or almost $1,300 USD, it can be a little steep for an item that may or may not even save your skull from being caved in by multiple M995 rounds. Save up those dog tags and try this barter out for your next brain bucket. Number 6. 1 Vase, 3 chainlets for a skeletonized AR-15 pistol grip from Skier. This one made the list for one reason: Gunsmith Part 13. One of the required pieces is this part, and there's no way to get it unless you find it, buy it from the flea, or a friend gives it to you that's already completed the quest, as this quest unlocks the very part you need to complete it. This grip can be upwards of 1 million rubles on the flea, depending on how early it is in the wipe, and it is by far one of the most expensive gunsmith quest items. Just rank up Skier to level 3 and get this item for around 80 to 90k on average. We've made it to the top 5. These barters are some of the most frequently traded and the ones I find the most useful, with number 1 being a barter I use every single time the dealer refreshes. Here we go. Number 5, 4 Bleach and 2 Shampoo for a TV-110 plate carrier from Ragman. This trade is crazy simple and easy to get, with both required items being able to be crafted in the hideout for cheap, as well as both being found everywhere on almost all maps. The TV-110 is an excellent all-around carrier at level 4 armor with high durability, high repairability, and high storage capacity that can serve as a great budget armor even late in the wipe. This is by far one of the best barters in the game. Number 4, 12 paracord, 15 duct tape, 15 insulating tape, and 15 nails for a SICC case from Jaeger. Not only is the SICC case a great item by itself, being able to hold keys, dog tags, and some treasure items like gold skulls, with more space than a doc's case, but this barter is also the only way to actually obtain the item. You can't buy it on the flea or find it in raid, so it's definitely going to make this list. Number 3, 3 Cordura, 3 Aramid, and 3 Ripstop for an AACPC plate carrier from Ragman. This barter just got even better this wipe, with the price of Cordura being significantly cheaper than last wipe now that we have multiple Cordura crafts in the hideout. The AACPC is basically the level 5 armor version of the TV-110 with excellent stats in almost every category. As far as I know, you can only obtain AACPCs from completing a quest or buying it off the flea from people who sold their quest rewards. The price of these bad boys can reach almost 400k later in the wipe, so trading just a few fabrics that cost maybe 150k tops is definitely the way to go, especially if you're crafting the fabrics yourself. Number 2. 15 propane, 10 fuel conditioner, and 15 dry fuel for a Red Rebel climbing axe. There's only 3 ways to get the coveted Red Rebel. Find it on Sturman, that is, if it even has it, buy it off the flea for around 5 million rubles, or buy these items and barter trade it from Jaeger for a cool 1.5 to 1.7 million rubles. With the Red Rebel, you can use the paracord extract on reserve, which is definitely worth the price tag, as this is the safest way to exfil this relatively dangerous map. And finally, we've reached the number 1 spot. This barter was chosen for a significant value and utility over all other trades. Number 1, 2 USEC trooper armors, 2 Cordura, and 4 Aramid for 1 LBT Slick level 6 armor from Ragman. This trade was already pretty good last wipe when it was 3 USEC armors and 6 Cordura, but back then Cordura was about 70k each. With Cordura prices lower than ever thanks to easy hideout crafts and now requiring 1 less USEC armor, this trade is insanely cheap. Even if you buy all the components, it only comes in at around 250k. But what makes this barter so great is that you can find USEC armor all over the place, especially from raiders, and you can craft all of the other components as well. There's a lot of armor and helmets in Tarkov that sometimes leave you questioning if you'd be better off not wearing any armor at all, but the Slick is not one of them. It's a high durability level 6 shield that can save you from multiple hits of heavy AP ammo. I utilize this trade as often as I can so I can afford to wear a Slick in almost every raid. So there you have it, the top 15 barters and Escape from Tarkov according to me. But I want to know what you guys have to say. There were a ton of barters I had to cut from this list, so let me know what your favorite trades are. And would you guys like to see another list like this for the top 15 worst barters? If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and turning on notifications to see our latest content. And if you did like this video, leave a thumbs up if you did, or a thumbs down if you didn't. I'm Jeff with EUL Gaming. Good luck out there.